What's going on, Reed Spring? This is Mr. Dougherty. I just wanted to take a minute to give you guys something that maybe you could do while we're all in the middle of all this social distancing and trying to stay away from one another. And that is to get outside a little bit. Social distancing doesn't mean you can't go outside. You just gotta make sure you keep your distance. And so what I'm gonna tell you to do is get out on a trail and do some wandering. But, you know, getting out on the trail can be a little dangerous, a little hard. So I'm here to give you some helpful tips on how you can get out and wander safely. Hey, make sure you keep your distance, 6 feet, social distancing. Okay, first tip we're gonna talk about headgear. Okay, it might get warm out there, it might get cold out there, so you got to be prepared for either one, you know. So if it's gonna be hot out, maybe put on a hat, keep that sun off your face. If it's gonna be cold, you might want to think about grabbing a cool beanie, keep your head nice and warm. Now you might notice I went with a bandana. Does a bandana keep your head cool? No, it does not. Does a bandana keep your head warm? Again, no. And so you might be asking, does that really qualify as good headgear for while out and wandering? Well, you might think the answer is no. But if you talk to Mr. Kessinger, he told me that 85% of people who wear bandanas are really cool. So I'm rocking the bandana today. Where am I? It's cool. J.R.R. Tolkien once said that not everyone who wanders is lost, so I'm totally not lost. All right, our second tip might seem a little obvious. We should still talk about it though, and that is water. You'd make sure you bring plenty of water because again, it could get hot, but even if it's cold, you might get dehydrated. So bring plenty of water with you. An extra step you can even take is bring a bottle that you have covered in a bunch of cool stickers on your bottle, because if you do this, everyone else will just assume that you are a super adventurous person and that you know what you're doing. Mr. Siegel has a saying, if you have stickers on your bottle, you are an outdoor model. Our last step to making sure that we can get out and wander in nature safely, this is probably the most important, so pay attention. That is to tell someone where you've gone, how long you are going to be there, and when they should send for help if they don't hear from you. Those are all very important. Okay, they gotta know when it's time to send the help. So make sure you communicate that clear and effectively to someone that you trust.
What? Who's calling me? Dougherty? He can wait.
You might even think about telling a second person if you're just really wanting to be extra safe.
Going to pick up Dougherty, surprising him. We're going to go hiking and we're going to document everything. Yeah, can't wait. Well, so far the trip hasn't gotten off to a good start. Can't find Dougherty. No leads on where Philip is. But if I know Mr. Dougherty, he's at the track. And not the one in Branson. I mean, the Reed Spring track.
Still haven't found Philip. No calls, no texts from him. I'm at the track. Even brought Jolly Ranchers. There's no sign of Philip. Dougherty! Where are you? It's no use.
I've checked the school. I've checked the track. I checked the greenhouse. I've called people. Can't find Mr. Dougherty. So, kind of a last resort, I'm just gonna give my wife a call and see what she says. So, call warning wifey. Hey honey, I've just been trying to find Mr. Dougherty because I was gonna go hiking with him like I told you. Wait, you tried to tell me what? Yeah, I wasn't really listening. I was pretty excited, so I just kind of ran out the door. Philip goes hiking all the time. Wait, 2 months ago? please. He didn't go hiking 2 months ago and ask me to check in on him. Oh.
In all seriousness, guys, I hope that everyone is staying safe out there and that you are finding different ways to be entertained and to keep sane in these difficult times. I know this isn't easy for a lot of people, but you know, we're going to be together again before you all know it, and it's going to be awesome. One of my personal heroes is a guy named John Muir. He was one of the fathers of our national park system, and he helped get that started with Teddy Roosevelt back in the early 1900s. And he has this quote about going outside that I love, where he says basically that going outside, being in nature, is one of the surest ways to heal your soul and to heal your mind and your body. So I am serious when I say get outside if you can, do a little bit of wandering, but do it safely. Go Wolves.